Hey everybody, it is finally time for another season of Game of Thrones, the last season, and thus also time for another season of TYT Reviews of Game of Thrones. But it's not just me. Hey, we got a whole bunch of people here. Look at this.
There are people
Brooke and
here.
Adrian and Brett.
We're here. I'm Team Tyrion.
Are you guys ready? Team Tyrion, are you guys ready for season 8?
Yeah, I'm ready. Brett's not ready.
Absolutely. I've been waiting forever. Although it seems like there's been a lot of drama in our lives since they went on hiatus. So it actually seems like it was just the other day.
It has been a very long gap. I mean, we didn't have episodes last year, yeah.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, so you guys are watching this now. You're watching this publicly, probably. The full hour of us watching the show is something that you can see publicly. You can sync it up with your own feed of HBO. Also, the first half hour of our review and commentary on the episode afterward will also be public. But then after that, you're gonna wanna be a TYT member to access it. If you would like to watch uninterrupted throughout the entirety of it, you can go to tyt.com/John or join. Either one's good.
Are we still doing that?
And yeah, we're gonna be reviewing the whole thing. Some of it we've predicted who we think is gonna live and die. Obviously, very high stakes for the show. What do you guys think might be different about this first episode than in the past? Usually they take a little bit to sort of gear up in a season.
Start killing people off.
But there's no time for that.
I think somebody's gonna die in the first 10
Someone
seconds.
important? Yeah,
Yeah, like it's gonna be,
10
and it's gonna be
seconds?
infuriating, like Omar on The Wire. Do you remember
respect
how
that.
that was just like?
No, it was just some random.
Okay, wait, guys.
twist.
I haven't seen The Wire.
Oh my God,
your
you're the
I
worst.
haven't either.
No.
I'm gathering. I'm learning every reason you're the absolute worst tonight.
You are, and I shriek and scream.
Brett, you had something you wanted to plug, right?
Yeah, so if you want to live tweet us so that as we watch the show and react, you can tweet at us and we'll read those as much as we can. Hashtag GOTYT.
Concise,
Go
probably
ahead
not
and do
used.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
G-O-T-Y-T.
hashtag GOT Live was one of the pitches and I was like, that might be used already. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be watching the live HBO feed. So if you see our eye line go down and to the side, it's because of that. And as I've been noticing right here, I'm already gonna forget names. Yara Greyjoy is in some like period piece show that they've been promoting.
Oh, I didn't see that
is
she was
that
in it.
right?
Yeah, very
It's a
exciting.
spinoff, a sequel?
No, it's just some rando period piece.
I wish they were name tags or just like T-shirts with their names on it.
Same
or,
here.
like,
In Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
What is? Do you have
It's been
nicknames for
7
them?
seasons.
shorts with their
Well, see,
names on them.
and that's-
Some of the people I struggle with. You guys know I needed help with it. Some of the people I struggle with.
Oh yeah, I just say that dude. You know that dude who did this?
I have to be reminded.
Explaining it to my wife, it was like Krabby Grandma is
Oh, she's amazing.
Olenna.
Olenna Tyrell.
Olenna Tyrell.
Is she crabby?
And then Maria, yeah, she's kind of crabby, but
was
she's great.
sassy.
She's funny.
She was
Sassy
awesome.
Grammy. I think it was Krabby
Sassy
Grammy. And then there was a while when Marjorie was wearing dresses that made her look like a taquito, so I called her Taquito Queen.
Apparently
that's
that was
right.
actually a style of dress back in the day. It
There
looks
is
ridiculous.
no back in the day that I was talking to you about this. This is not a period piece.
Yeah, but
It
have
actually
periods.
Thank you.
in our
No, it's
past.
actually it's based on some of the female characters are based on women from like ancient Scotland. There was an article about that
How is
today.
it not a period?
That doesn't mean that they're those people. That they would be named like Mary Queen of Scots.
Yes, but obviously this is a fantasy version of the War of the Roses. You have similar
Fantasy.
families.
This is a documentary.
It's like it's a fantasy version of a long time ago.
Sure.
They had a lot of incest back in the 80s. It was crazy.
It feels ganged up on.
I don't. I'm just really. So here's exactly what's happening. I'll tell you exactly what's happening. Everyone, I rewatched multiple times. Specifically, recently I rewatched everything, and I grew to love all these characters again. And every one of my defense mechanisms is on full display as I'm preparing to lose family members.
Oh my God.
Oh, geez.
3 minutes out, by the way. 3
So
minutes.
I don't know, maybe this is gonna be similar. Maybe you guys have experienced this. When House finished, I just felt like empty. I know nobody likes House. I don't know why. It's one of my favorite shows ever.
I should watch it in order. I like that. It was just like,
Oh yeah,
House was good.
just knowing that it wouldn't be on anymore. There was a book series called The Wheel of Time. It's like 14 books. It's been coming out since I was a kid or whatever. It finally finished a couple of years ago. Each book is like 600 to 1100 pages. It's been my whole life I've been reading these books. The author died before finishing it. A different author wrote the last 3 to finally finish it. And I just felt empty for weeks after. Like, all these characters that I've been following along my entire life, there will never be anything more about them. Every word that's ever been said about them will be said.
Well, see, this is why I think it's your fault, because this is why you shouldn't read. Because I don't read and I don't have these problems, okay?
Yeah.
Situation
But
fixed.
we might be up for this. Like, this has been on for years and years now.
Yeah.
And it's brought people into this genre in a way that like no other show or even movies. Like Lord of the Rings got some people to watch it, I guess, but this is, I think, way more mainstream than Lord of the
Yes.
Rings
To
was.
provide some
agree.
solace for you, they do have spin-offs and all that.
Is that solace?
It is. To me, it is,
Yeah?
because they're going to tell you how we got here, and then there will be other things that come out from it. But
Like prequels?
yeah, like,
I think the spin-offs are mainly prequels, right?
yeah. So the one that I know is a
which
prequel.
would be a period of time before this.
You done?
I'm sorry.
It was back when the dresses were much more chalupa-ish.
Is it?
You are
And
good.
Churritos?
Is it coming up soon?
Where is the
so
subtitle?
nervous.
I'm like,
It's like a minute
Adrian
away.
needs subtitle.
What would you say that your expectations are high for prequels? No, I mean like for the next series to come, like that it can match up to this.
So that you're prepared for the series to come. Yeah.
I
Really?
didn't rewatch, so I haven't seen these people
Oh my
on like
God.
TV in a really long time. So this is awesome.
Can I make my big one of my not
What?
predictions, one of my hopes for this
Yeah.
season is I think it would be awesome if Bran. I thought that was new footage.
No.
Anyway, that it would be awesome if Bran has a flashback to earlier in their life and there's new footage of Ned Stark. Like Ned Stark,
Oh, that's a good
if
one.
they bring in Ned Stark
Yeah.
and have him be in a scene,
mean
I think
Sean
people,
Bean,
That would
the
be
Sean
actor?
Bean.
Yeah.
Actual Sean Bean, new footage, not the old stuff.
Right.
I think that would be awesome.
One of the best poop kills I think I've ever seen is.
Is there?
Top 8.
Have you seen another?
Yeah.
Dying on the toy.
Do you guys think that we're gonna see Zombie Hodor?
Yes, we were
Oh my
definitely seeing
gosh.
Zombie Hodor.
Oh, it's gonna be devastating.
We have
Maybe a
5
white
seconds. I'm gonna
Oh,
lose
a
it.
white. Maybe.
Zombie Hodor.
Presumably
They're gonna
he
have to
joined
kill him.
the
What's
army
What's
of
the difference?
the White Walkers are the
Didn't Hodor
race of like.
die?
Okay, we're
All
sorry.
right, here
Okay.
goes.
Never
Oh
mind.
my crap.
We'll get into it.
Okay.
Just remember, you are
Nudities.
complete people, no matter
wrong
what
sexual
There's gonna be nudity.
happens.
Thank Jesus.
Put my lotion up. Anybody want any?
You said lotion,
Sometimes it
girl. I
helps
need
your
a drink. I
anxiety.
don't need no Neutrogena.
Hydro boost. Thank you.
Game of Thrones makes me go ashy.
A little lotion.
I'm good, thank you. I am peeling, but
Sorry, I'm a bad test taker. Repeat the options. Can I do this in an essay,
Do you
not
have a
multiple choice?
Scantron?
oh, they're trying to generate some conflict.
Yes. I want to meet that guy. Who plays that character?
Marilyn Manson.
Oh, I ate all my candy that I stole from JR.
Is this a recap or is this just
recap.
This is a
recap.
Okay.
This is how season 7,
No, I
8
didn't know if
goes.
we were still on
It's
that
just montage
teaser.
season.
How much time do you think would have passed? None?
None.
Ah.
Or however long it takes for Jamie to get wherever he was writing.
Do you notice that Jamie and Tyrion are less blonde than they were in the first
He was going to
episode?
warn
Yes.
them, though,
Which
right?
is why I think it indicates a transition from evil.
No, I think they just recognize, like, from episode 1 to episode 2, Tyrion's hair changes a lot because they were like, this was stupid.
They're all supposed to be golden-haired people because they're all incestuous, terrible.
Oh, jeez.
Incest. So underrated.
I'm nervous. I hate
This was
it.
I
such
know,
a
I feel
mean
nervous
way
too.
to end the last season. Like I was like, that's it. That's where we're doing.
What if it starts 25 years later?
You know what? With Jon
King's
Snow
son.
and Daenerys' child fighting for the throne.
It starts
Yes.
25 years later, and it turns out it is 1641.
You're so stupid.
Oh my God, that's different.
No.
This is different.
Subtitles.
Oh, it is.
Time.
That's
Peter
different.
Dinklage.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Oh my God, there's a hole in the wall. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
Did you know Peter Dinklage is the only original cast member who's not from
Last Hearth.
Last
No one's
Hearth.
ever seen that before.
What?
Last Hearth.
Oh God.
What is that?
He's from the
It's
United
one of the
States. He's the only one
northernmost
faking an accent.
fortifications.
It's time.
Winter. Oh God.
You
It's
guys
different.
actually watched the
Everything's so-
intros?
Shut your mouth.
Yes, this is new. It's awesome.
Dude, he gained weight.
He has a
gained
face
a lot
too.
of weight.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
not the face it was before.
No, it's
Can
chubby.
we fast forward through this?
No.
the-
Adrian, I am telling you, you are the absolute worst person.
What is this?
I either need you to be funny or something.
I don't understand. What are you getting at?
I wanted to tweet. I wanted
This
to be
is
a part
amazing.
Of the, like, where
This is
time.
what. It's totally different.
I've never really paid attention to it before, though. So
Why did they
I'm
do
ready to
God,
go.
I
Is there a
always
game
do.
on?
King's Landing?
This is different.
I'm having a seizure.
This is way different.
Oh my God.
so much?
Oh my
fun.
God, the staircase.
I'm gonna be so sad when it's done.
This is like HGTV sponsors. Because it's now
Oh,
you get
they
to
wanna
see the
remind you about
interiors.
those.
What was that? I don't want to know. Forget it.
The whole thing is new, like right now.
This is all
I mean,
new.
they never-
No,
Are
they
you
never
kidding?
gone inside.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm so excited.
Oh my God. God help you
Oh, they're like
all.
focus. Oh wow.
You know what?
And that's it. And that's all we're
I'm
gonna
gonna be
see.
the voice of reason the whole time.
I have to like intensely focus. I'm not as good at this as you.
We
guys.
could have gotten fans of the show instead. Babies. Little Brian. No, this is Last Hearth. Chickens, do they squawk?
Cute little boy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Arya.
Hey, Mama.
Oh, she's testing him. Teaching him?
Lead
I think
the
she just
baby.
recognizes herself.
No,
She
I
She
love
might
her.
be
I just
him.
The first
You know,
time we
she
see
snapped
her-
his faces.
She's doing the same sort of thing in the premiere.
That's exactly right, John. That was
It
exactly right. That was very brilliant.
I miss Ramsey.
She came up with a list
That's
of things
crazy.
she was going to say.
She is trolling
She's
Brett
just-
so hard.
Wow.
You mock my pain.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
They gotta be so cold though.
All right, I know that the episodes are 2 hours long, but do half of it have to be marching?
Wait, is this 2 hours long?
It gives you a sense of scale.
When's the baby due?
If it was season 1, she would have had it already coming from King's Landing, but it's season 8,
wig
so it
game.
takes 10 minutes.
Oh, she can see John.
What a cute family.
He is so fine. Like it is just.
Without his
don't
beard, he's
deserve.
nothing. Hey,
He stole me. I love him. Are they still mad at him?
No. I just want you to know that if you're watching with subtitles on, you will learn all of the verbs for
panting.
what sounds animals make.
Oh, geez.
Horse whinnies. Dog growls. Horse neighs.
I didn't know that's how you
I
spell
like
things.
can't read her face, and I'm so confused by what's happening.
There's young Buck.
I like that Gendry has like a hair trimmer the
You
whole
know
time.
his name?
He's what's
His
his
mom
name?
doesn't know his name.
So who are these people? What do they do?
I love him.
Yes.
The only two black people.
I was gonna say they don't do winter well.
Can I?
They're not trying
I
to
know
be
you're
here.
on a horse, but can I feel your hair?
Oh, Jesus. Don't you know it?
The North is an attractive place.
I know. I was just thinking that.
Right, if they didn't trust you before.
I know. She just like, now they'll just bow to me.
She loves it.
She didn't.
Oh, Arya's like, I'm gonna snatch that dragon's
She
face.
would talk about him a lot as a kid.
Ew, look at her. She's all, yep, that's my dog. Yes.
How did they not know?
To see it's different than to
One of
know.
the Jonas
okay.
Brothers' wives.
Dragon's
That's right,
roar,
that's a good point.
apparently.
Wow, that looks nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's pretty.
Oh no.
Brad.
Awkward.
What up, John?
He looks like a beetle.
Ew.
They haven't seen each other, right?
Not since
Right.
first episode.
Brand's gonna
Well,
act like a
technically,
weirdo.
Bran saw him north of the wall briefly, but they didn't talk.
Right. Because he's been up with the girls, but not.
Yeah.
He left before he came
That was
back.
awkwardly long.
Well,
That kiss? Mm-hmm. Please.
He's like, my lips are down here, John.
Please, so stupid.
Yeah, he's weird now.
Exactly.
Jorah.
You're so good.
She could have warned him, though. She really could have said, John, back up. She's an animal.
Oh, they're probably mad at him for bending the knee.
They are, yeah. That's what I thought.
Oh, this?
Oh, Jesus.
Also, you haven't been smart long enough to have an attitude.
Well, hey, he gives quick updates.
Yeah, thank you. That was scarily efficient.
Yeah, the lace wig game is totally on a different level.
After soccer practice?
Stupid.
Uh-oh.
Little bitch.
That's what I heard. I knew she. Whoop, about to roll off a tongue. Ooh.
That is her favorite thing to say.
She ain't here for it.
That's where Bran needs to just tell everyone.
Right here in front of everybody. She has some nerve, though.
What? Side eye?
The old northern murmur. That was not a thing to say now. I'll tell you what.
Damn.
See, this is
The horse was like, me?
Wait,
It was like I saw you staring.
they.
why did Bran say we have no time for this? And then it's like, so can we all waste time together in the Great Hall, please?
And
Well, they're
right,
actually planning and stuff there, I guess. It's not just pleasantries.
He was saying like, let's get to the meeting.
Oh, the Dragon Quest.
He's the other king's son, right?
Which
Who
one?
is?
Lannister? Yeah, that's Tyrion.
No,
Lannister.
no.
The big guy?
Gendry, what's his name?
Gendry's the bastard of
Yeah,
Robert
yeah.
Baratheon. Yeah.
Right.
It's your ex-husband. Be nice.
But what's his name?
Tyrion. T for Tyrion. Thank you. She's such a hater.
She really is.
That's good.
No, they were right. This is new. I hate her again. Excuse me.
Bless you. That was. That's so cute.
He hates my sneeze.
I didn't know that was your sneeze.
I don't hate them. I don't hate
You are
anything
just
I can't
a
understand.
surly person.
Bullshit.
She has
Ugh.
some nerve.
She's right though.
You know what?
Yeah.
She's absolutely right.
You would have
Why?
thought Ramsay
Because-
put her in her place, but
Doesn't have to be mean about it.
But Cersei is not doing what she said she would do. She
Oh,
confessed
right.
as much. And so that's why
It's his sister.
Sansa's right. But he's like trusting her right now. And Sansa's basically saying that is stupid to do.
well, because Sansa did it. But Sansa was also real dumb.
Not lately.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, they love each other so much.
Oh, she's so cute.
Thank you for being shorter than me. The only actress
That's
shorter
like her
than me.
best friend.
Oh.
Hmm. Needle.
Awesome.
It's a stone cold killer you're looking at.
Yep.
What?
Don't sleep on Arya. Mm-mm. It's Valerian's dear. Jealous.
She's got Valerian.
understand. This is my favorite duo.
Oh, jeez. And some welcome for him.
Nobody knows what anyone else has been through, and it's so frustrating because they're so
Except
judgy.
Bran, I guess. And see what it's done to him.
So over all of it, right?
I'm ready for him to die. Oh, shit. I love her so much.
I hate her.
I love her.
I hate her.
Oh, jeez.
There's an army.
She is ruthless.
And Jamie was going to warn them, though, right? That she was lying.
He never says where he's going,
No.
Oh.
but probably.
Oh, but she's lying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Remember they brought the White Walker all chained
Yeah,
up?
and then I thought she was down
It was a
for it.
White Walker or white?
Oh, white.
It was a white.
So the White Walkers are the blue people with the rippled skin. The whites are just people who died and were brought back.
Got it.
Oh,
Have
interesting.
no intelligence or independent thought. The White Walkers are like fully sentient.
So the dragon is
A white,
okay.
I guess. We don't know much about that, but
Their casting is phenomenal.
Theon is going to
creepy
die to
uncle.
save her in
Is that the
this
same
episode.
actor?
What? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Please, like he got something better to do.
No, wait.
That's
What's his name?
Euron Greyjoy.
Euron. That's not Theon. It's Theon's brother.
Yeah.
It's his
Uncle.
Uncle. Yeah.
Uncle. That's right.
Yeah, he killed the
But that's
father.
Theon's sister.
Correct.
Yes.
Got it.
Yara. Or in the books,
That's a
Asha.
cool name.
Brett's like, we could have gotten fans. Shut up. It's just too many people. Okay, too many names. Okay.
He's so repulsive.
Come on, Theon.
You saw this, right?
Now I need to do that.
CGI budget ran out.
No, that's the Golden Compass. It's a movie. Did I bring too many facial features?
You're just jealous because he's pretty.
He's gorgeous.
Well, he does have a lot going on the
Yes,
face.
He is
The
accentuated.
lips, the eyebrows. There's a lot.
And would you like to become a friend with benefits of the crown?
You can't because you're not family.
Oh, if anyone's mountain, the queen.
Ew.
So do I.
Hmm?
He's so messy. Look at him.
What? She's gonna be like, "Are you coming?"
That was not a chuckle.
Yeah.
Ew.
He's
So Gregor's gonna rip his heart out eventually, right?
so awkward watching this with you guys.
Why? I'm a grown ass man. What? Oh my God, they are naked. I didn't even notice that. That is so awkward. More like Brawn of the Blue Balls, am I right? John?
Got you.
I know. Ooh, Jesus.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
no.
a
Poor Bronn.
trap. But he likes bags of gold.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
She wants you to kill her brothers?
Oh, that's probably for Tyrion, but
Oh, because he killed their dad like that. That was Tyrion's like best friend at one point, though, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Jamie, too. Brothers, yep.
No,
Is this really coming from her?
Yep.
Yes.
I guess.
She's sick.
Remember Tyrion told him, if anyone ever tells you to kill me, I'll double it, whatever they're paying you.
And also, she's pregnant, so she doesn't need anything else.
Best line. I say that every morning.
Oh, God.
Little do you know.
Ugh.
Huh. Huh?
To finish.
You're really crazy.
Oh, God.
You're gonna have to wait till the tenant's lease is up.
Wait, and whose baby is that? It's Jamie.
Jamie's.
Yeah. Could be a drinking game, like how many times drink when Brooke is lost.
I guess she needed to sleep with him because because someone has to account for the baby.
But she's already said she's fine with
Okay.
everybody knowing.
Yeah.
This is it.
Oh, that's
So
right.
I don't know what the answer to that question is.
That's a good point.
Theon's gonna save her.
Theon's
His
gonna do
sister?
what?
Oh no,
Oh,
that's his
whoa.
eyeball. It's on everyone's.
Whoa, whoa.
God, whoever,
it's
the
so
only
dark.
survivor has a guy without eyeballs.
Yes. Oh, it's just sad that he's probably gonna die.
It's not.
No, it's not.
No, he's so great.
Theon?
He's done a lot to try to.
Theon is
Everybody
ridiculous. He played the son in John Wick.
Stole the
We
whole
hate him from the
kingdom
beginning.
from the people who cared about him.
I know. People make
He
mistakes.
redeemed himself.
Are you proud that I know, though?
Yeah. I'm proud you knew who I was talking about.
Just deal with it later.
Right.
Some
how people
families
die on
hug,
the show.
Some headbutt.
This is why their country sucks.
Please, God, just kill Theon.
The music is nice.
It just means we're gonna do some.
Hey, they made it.
They have the octopus signs.
Theon's kind of hot with the Jon Snow hair. Right?
Really?
Blowing in the wind. I mean, like. Yeah, really, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. He just jumps off and starts swimming.
Right.
He did before. He's already dead.
But she won't go?
No,
She's gonna go take
the North.
the Iron Islands.
Or yeah, the Irons.
I never know when they're talking like literally or like figuratively.
There are a
when
lot
they
of
use that word,
bastards.
yeah.
It's pretty clever.
Hmm.
What's dead may never die, but kill them anyway. I love those three men.
I just like his accent.
Right?
Yeah, man. I don't know what that was about.
I'm ashamed of any questions out of people. I'm sorry.
True. Oh, Jesus. They're on a date.
Oh, they're having fun.
It's just so inappropriate.
It
honestly.
is.
Like,
I just hope that Bran doesn't tell them until they get together at least once more.
why? She's his aunt.
It's a beautiful couple. They don't know
There's
each other.
nothing beautiful about her being his aunt. Okay. Was that a threat?
It seemed like it.
Dothraki. I don't like being in cold weather. They're
Those are evil
fire.
people.
They're fire things.
Oh, they're sick.
Mm-hmm. They ain't trying to be in the cold.
I think probably because they lost their buddy.
It's AIDS.
No, I don't like
It's
the North.
dragon AIDS.
What'd you say?
Don't make him
Dragon
repeat
AIDS.
it.
I'm just one of my theories.
This first time?
No.
Who else rode a dragon?
No one in the
Just
show.
her, and then whoever
No,
she pulls on.
Oh, I was hoping Tyrion would get to.
Enjoys your humpany.
Ayo.
You two deserve each other.
Winter is coming.
They are corny. Oh my God.
It's like the least attractive he's ever been.
Hogwarts.
Dragon.
Oh, Jesus. Nope, he'd already be off.
This is how he dies, and it's
That would be amazing.
See, what a great date. Come on.
Arguably, I like
No.
bowling.
good dates when you're like both on the same dragon.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This is awesome.
This is just
ridiculous.
terrifying.
No, Sirius is almost
He's totally gonna die on a dragon.
the ride.
Off a dragon.
Get a
No,
saddle.
he's gonna like get it though.
They're gonna see
Dude, the dragon's
army
family.
that
Are they
does.
racing?
Couples who
That's what it looks like.
compete.
Like season 3 Quidditch. Like it's not embarrassing, but it still doesn't line up.
It looks good.
Oh my
Season
God. Where are we
3.
going?
Guys, don't. This is.
Wouldn't you get like windburn or something?
This reminds me of the
probably.
first scene of Jaws. Or that scene in Jaws where they're like having fun swimming in the ocean at night, and then suddenly,
You think they're gonna come across the other one?
yeah.
Can I get a spoiler alert next time? Okay. Some of us haven't seen
Sorry
Jaws.
for 1973's Jaws. Is it 73, 72?
Oh.
I can't even enjoy this anymore because I keep thinking, what if this is how he dies?
I think
Yeah,
they're
that's
just
how
gonna,
I feel every
Could
time I
you
watch every
imagine? That
movie.
would be amazing.
It would be infuriating.
Oh, that would be great.
I
There's
think
just
they're
a
gonna
TIE
land in a
fighter
remote
behind
place.
them.
Walk out. Okay.
The same sounds.
And they cut
Kick
to
the
the funeral.
TV over. Okay.
She's just like, he's a punk. Aren't you supposed to
Yep.
go to somewhere warmer? Isn't that what we were going for, guys?
They'll warm each other right up.
This does not look like.
On a wing.
Wait till you fuck.
Fun.
Fun, wait till you fun one.
It is fun.
You got real
You can't
close.
help yourself. Idiot.
Not the cave thing. He kind of ruined the.
Yeah.
That was too close to home.
Oh.
Uh-oh, hey.
Mm.
Hey now. Those incest babies are beautiful.
Can we focus a little bit on how awesome her jacket is?
That is really
It
cool.
is really awesome,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm here for the hair. The hair.
Aw, that's awkward.
Awkward. That's like when you take a single mom out on a date and start making out in front of the kids. You just don't do it.
Oh my God. And then you realize the kids recognize you as their uncle.
What was that look? I don't have emotional intelligence for reading those kinds of faces.
This kind of CGI graphics.
Does obsidian work like that? Can you melt it and pour it?
Yes.
You can? Oh, I didn't think so.
In every movie, I've seen it just like that.
Wow.
What the fuck?
It's your friend.
Oh.
What's
They haven't
up?
said hi yet.
Hey, boo. Arya is just brutal. Let's give her a throne.
Why does she hate him so much?
He killed her
killed
friend.
The butcher's boy, Mika.
He was protecting her.
And then they kind of bonded. Make one for me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Arya gets her time.
So don't take this the wrong way, but are you into it?
They're so about to be.
Arya is 9 years old. I'm not.
Arya
interested.
just looks young, but she's ready for love.
The legal age in Winterfell is born.
The age of consent in Winterfell. Not your business. Why you got all these questions?
And is this so hard? And you know it don't matter anyway.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
They're gonna do it?
They are gonna have their time. Ooh,
How
look at
old?
this. Yes, Arya's coming.
He's like,
How old is Maisie Williams?
She's like 25. She just looks young.
Okay, I found this on the web.
How old?
22? 21?
Mm-hmm.
It's her birthday tomorrow.
Oh.
Get a little hey hey.
I mean, there's so much logic in what he's saying.
I know.
She's just being a brat.
Mm-hmm.
We're the quietest when no one is talking.
I was wondering where he was.
Hi, I was just nerding in here.
Oh.
All right, you're alive. Shut up.
He's awesome.
Awkward.
Yeah, he's dead. Wait, did you know?
Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh, nobody told him. That's right.
She had
Anyways,
me killed.
thanks. Gotta go.
Yeah.
He was an asshole anyways.
Yeah, he was.
My bad. Come on, he treated you terribly.
I forgot about the
Your mom.
awkward.
By the way,
Well,
Wow.
got buried with him too. Ashes to ashes. They were jerks.
oh, I love Sam. Oh man.
So, anyways, too many braids?
Nobody's died yet.
I know it's gonna get real bad.
What if he
One
commits
window.
suicide?
Bunch of Greyjoys died.
I don't want. I need. What if he slips on the stairs? Oh God.
That scared me.
It's Bran.
I saw them die. It was just horrible.
I meant to tell you. It was on my list.
I could tell you what they smelled like when they were burning alive. Does that help? Is that a good thing? I have no emotions.
Just sit out in the cold.
I know.
So creepers. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Nope. I'm not,
that's right. Yeah.
I'm not emotionally available.
You might be a bit conflicted with the whole death thing, but
Sam is gonna stutter his way through this. It's gonna be terrible.
Did he get more Sean Beanie? Did they redo it?
it was pretty Sean Beatty.
They had a whole discussion about how it didn't look like him.
I thought it looked like it before.
Oh, Jesus.
You watch us deal with glare in the catacombs.
And he died falling down the stairs.
Exactly. Oh. Goals.
Oh.
Oh, puppy.
But I do gave great hugs.
Kind of.
There's millions of books. Shut up.
Where are they?
Oh,
They're
I
down
guess
in
there.
like the chambers, honoring dead people.
Oh no, where's Gilly and Sam?
Oh.
Where are I don't know.
I don't think she knew that
He didn't.
you knew him.
Yeah, why mention it?
Yeah.
Thanks. Like
He treated you like dirt. Oh, get over it.
Oh,
spit it out.
God damn it, it's good.
I just got chills, and oh my God.
it's been so long coming. Google.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You might get hit. Brace for impact.
Oh my God. I can't breathe.
Okay,
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go with this.
Hell yeah, I did.
Because your mother asked him to. Because your mother asked him to. Because your mother asked him to.
Right.
Now go salami your aunt.
I wonder when that's gonna kick in.
Who cares? Just marry her. It's not treason.
It's legal in
Targaryens
Alabama.
marry Targaryens all the time. Just do it.
But isn't that how we got in this mess? Isn't that why he was
Oh
mad?
yeah, I don't need this extra drama.
Just get married.
She should follow him.
She won't be bending
Daenerys is like, I want to see the long form birth certificate.
That's cute. You're so cute.
Yes.
What is that?
I can't see.
It's Tormund.
Oh yeah, that's the
Beric
guy from like
Dondarrion.
the Chivago commercials.
Yeah, it's not true. That guy just got arrested for
He
DUI,
did.
but it's someone else. Yeah,
He did. He's not that tall either. You'd expect him to be pretty big.
Oh my God, that was intense, right?
Where are they?
Honestly, I don't even know who
I think
these
it's
people are. I'm sorry.
Less Hearth. Or maybe they're at the castle.
Oh, Tormund.
Yeah, the wildling.
Oh, yeah, got it.
And the guy that keeps getting brought back from the dead.
Got it.
Oh yeah. Why does he keep coming back?
People are gonna die.
To serve the Lord of Light somehow, I guess.
Oh, the lady brings him back?
Thoros of Myr, who died in that mission to the north, was bringing him back over and over.
Oh.
The redhead, balding guy.
Oh, okay.
The darkest scene I've ever seen.
It's like most of us.
I
It's just hard to follow.
I just see John's face.
Yeah, I don't.
At the
Can
end,
we do
it's-
something about the lights for a
they're like,
sec?
Surprise!
Can we turn down the lights?
Just for a second. It's like completely black.
It's a little bit better.
It's
Most of
really
it's-
weird. I don't know.
Most of
Turn a
it's.
little bit It's better.
Ooh.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
Oh,
Ah!
No.
I want a sword that fires.
This is anxiety. Oh my God. Like,
This is only an hour, right?
It's like an hour and change.
I don't know.
Okay. I just need somebody to die.
Right? Like,
I think you can put them back up if you need to.
Oh.
oh my God.
Oh.
That was the guy who just,
That was the kid.
That was the cute kid at the beginning?
Yeah.
who,
The kid who was like, can you give us any horses?
yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh, they're traveling south.
You can turn the lights back up if you need to.
The kid's awake. He's awake. He's awake. Ah!
I hate it.
It's a setup. Run.
The whole thing is.
Run.
He's shouting that calls them.
That's disgusting.
Damn, look at those alarms.
Oh my God. It was a
It
good
looks like
plan,
cocktail
though.
shrimp.
Did you say-
It does.
Like, they have to get out of there, right? I mean,
Probably.
how did he survive?
Right?
one?
He said run.
Yeah, I don't think he was on the section of wall that fell down. I think he sort of got off that section before it collapsed.
Oh.
Also,
But we weren't sure about that though, right? Until just now.
Yeah.
That was that little boy at the beginning, though.
Yeah.
The one
that
who-
asked for the
Well, he was gonna go back and get his army, right?
Is that Jamie? That's Jamie.
So, like,
Jaime.
what did that mean just now? Like they got him?
Yeah, and then left him as a message. And now they're cut off from between them and Winterfell is the army of the dead now.
oh shit.
Oh,
Someone's just gonna stab him in the chest.
James, sup? See, his hair is so dark
It
now.
depends on how they color
They're
correct.
totally different. I think it means that they're going to the dark side because her hair color has never changed.
That's right.
They're going to the good
He's
side.
He's
I should
blonde.
say. Yep, and his hair is dark now. Same with Tyrion. I think it's because they're changing his people. It's metaphorical. That's
didn't
it.
even
He
notice
pushed me
Tyrion's
out of a window. That's right, son.
Oh.
He's
Right.
why he's in a
This is the
wheelchair.
most
Right.
awkward
Whooped
episode
his
ever.
ass, Bran.
Oh, but he looks so sad. And Bran knows he's a
like,
good person now.
I forgive you.
He's like, I died, so I'm not. Anyways.
I'm no longer.
And that's it.
That's how we're gonna end it.
I guess it's not change.
No.
That was sad.
Bran could have like done some hocus pocus.
Did they
stuff.
have the inside the episode yet or no?
I don't know. Maybe
I
we'll
guess we're
see.
about to see.
Usually it has a little thing on the bottom saying I'm going to play the next episode.
Yeah.
But right now, it doesn't do that because there are no next episodes. Ha, ha.
I love that I watched it on time because like Twitter's not gonna ruin anything for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna take a break and we're gonna be back in not long to start our analysis and discussion. just got done watching episode 1 of season 8, the last season of Game of Thrones, and now we get to discuss and analyze it.
Yeah.
We're trying to find out the name of the episode. I haven't seen them listed yet, which is weird because in past seasons, they would list like the first 5 or 6. I wonder if they're worried about giving things away with the titles. Because I'm pretty sure that the next episode is called the Battle of Winterfell. I've heard that informally, and we'll talk at the end. We saw a little bit of a preview of what to expect, and it implies that that episode is going to be entirely the Battle of Winterfell. But anyway, first episode, initial impressions, what'd you guys think?
I'm underwhelmed.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. I'm
Yeah, I
disappointed.
mean it was fun because like we like all those people and but it was like the biggest excitement from each scene was like, oh, I missed you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it was cool to see that person again.
Well, you went into that episode expecting that someone might die in the
yeah,
first
that's what
10
I wanted,
seconds.
honestly. I wanted
I was
something
really
crazy
happy
to
that
happen.
I expected a death.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it. Even when
Yeah.
it came to, I don't know, that guy walking down the stairs, I thought he'd trip and fall and hurt himself. And then he died.
He bruised himself a bit. So we did have some deaths at least, as we'll get to when we talk about the Greyjoys or whatever. Brett, you're trying to find the episode
I'm
name,
trying
right?
to find the episode
Jeez,
title,
you guys.
but I can't. It's Wikipedia doesn't have it.
It wasn't
but
like, yeah, I just looked
yeah.
on like Google episodes and it wasn't there.
Anyway, I'm sure that they're just worried about people guessing things. And sort of tied in with that, I was talking with my girlfriend earlier. It is amazing how successful they've been in the run-up to this season, which has been in development for over a year. I don't know if anything was leaked.
Oh my God, there was this morning, this long Washington Post article about how HBO and everyone keeps everything a secret.
Yeah.
I do.
pretty
But
cool.
what's so weird about it is not only is it obviously a big HBO show, so it's gonna have a gigantic crew. There's tons of editors, different directors, all that. They have so many extras who get to see something at least, even if they don't necessarily know exactly what it is. And I haven't seen a photo from the set. I haven't seen an indication of an event.
They kill them.
Just
I'm just coming
Wipe
up with
them out.
ideas as to what could potentially explain this.
Now-
and one of them is that they kill them.
The
It might not be the right
non-disclosure
one.
agreement probably has a high tax.
you can
Yeah,
sign
you
the
never-
NDA or you can get
you,
burned.
You remote Welsh or North Ireland extra actor will never get an extra job again.
Oh,
no.
guys, they will take your family.
Yeah,
they
they
will really ruin and kill you.
Taylor Swift was shooting music videos and everyone, all the dancers had inner IFBs, but they were just listening to a tap on the beat of the song.
Oh, so they couldn't hear the
Yeah,
song?
so no one, that's how she kept that secret album from leaking. So even her dancers, everyone could stay on beat so that because they could hear just a tap.
I
but
think
not
they're
the song.
taking that too seriously. I think.
Right.
I don't think it matters.
Seems like
what are
someone's
they
not
gonna?
taking it seriously enough, John.
Okay, but here's the
This
thing.
is T Swift's music.
It's one thing to get a photo from the set. It's another for a dancer to be like, I heard a song and the beat went like this. How much of a spoiler is that? Anyway, it's not important.
I mean-
oh, by the way, before we proceed, so you guys might well be watching this publicly right now, but at the 30-minute mark, we are going to be cutting out the public feed and moving over to something that's exclusive to members. Many of you probably are members. You can switch over to that if you'd like to see it unimpeded, other than the impeding of you switching over right now. If you're not a member though, it's really gonna be impeded. It's just gonna be a graphic. So you're really gonna wanna become a member, tyt.com/join.
Solution: open 2 windows, close one once the second one's open. You won't be impeded whatsoever.
Buy a second monitor, have them both open, no impeding.
Go to Fry's right now or Best Buy. Am I wasting enough time for you to
Just a
finish
bit.
your switch
Just
over
a
so that
bit.
now you're back?
I'm confused.
There you go.
Here's something that I have just learned.
Okay.
I went through on HBO Go, the app that I have and you too can get. And for other episodes and other seasons, it does give you the title of the episode.
Yeah.
But the title of the episode for season 8, episode 1, is just
Episode
listed
1,
here
right.
as Game of Thrones 68.
Interesting.
What is that about?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's how they usually
They
tie
might
it
be
like
holding it.
101, 201 for 3. It should be 801. But in this situation, I guess if you add up all the episodes, you get 68. And this is the 68th episode.
Yeah.
But so there is no title, and usually you can take the title and learn something
Decipher.
from it, and they're setting stuff up, but kind of echoing the theme of not really letting any information out ahead of time. That's what's happening. But we do know that the Battle of Winterfell will happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if that's next episode or the one after.
I think that it's the next, and we'll get into that. So, well, why don't we start off with how they began the episode? There was a new intro, by the way. Half of us here were very excited about this new intro.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what?
No, I just never really paid attention to the intro before. And obviously, if you saw me reacting, it's clear I never really paid that close of attention, period. But
Yeah, we did notice.
Is that like is that a sort of person that likes intros to shows?
Yes.
Because like I think back on, I mean, I talked about House already. I liked House, you know. Kimmy Schmidt, I can't cut through it.
You know, I don't
Thank you for
True
putting
Blood
that back in my head.
is a great one. Like there's some great songs
The
that
only
like get me
intro
into
I've
it.
I
ever
don't watch
loved
any
is The
intros.
Simpsons. That's the only one I've ever watched.
Similarly,
Because it
this one
changes
changes.
every day. Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
what-
never even
Every
noticed.
episode.
It's just playing music and skip ahead.
It's just that kind of
Well, this one
hubris
was very
that
different.
if you were a Game of Thrones character, would be your undoing. It is in the show. What it does, the way it changes each time, is it tells you where we're going. There are many things wrong
So,
with you that we
previous
can't diagnose.
locations.
It's just
Well,
a
can
ball
you break
of
that down
problems.
then?
Where
like
did that
what you
come
noticed
from?
in the
I'm just
Yeah.
sitting here being
Okay.
normal.
Okay, so let's talk about the way that it's different. Before, they would go to different locations. One after the other, they zoom around. It gives you an idea of both what scenes you can expect in the show, but also gives you an idea
Oh.
of the geography of the world. This was sort of like that, a little, but it was very zoomed in. You actually had people, like the dead marching. You never saw people before. It showed you the new place, Last Hearth, sure. But then it went to Winterfell and King's Landing. In both cases, it didn't just give you a quick overview of the city and then fly away. It went into the catacombs of Winterfell. It went into the Red Keep. And you had extremely like intricate animations of individual buildings and underground areas, implying that this season is going to be much more focused on a couple of locations than generally the show has been so epic in nature. You've been going across multiple continents, let alone cities.
Wait, in the
I
new
liked it. I
place?
thought it was great.
I loved it.
The new place?
The new place was Last Hearth, which we saw both in the very beginning of the episode, and we also saw near the end with Tormund and Beric Dondarrion and all of them.
Oh, so that's a new place.
Yeah, it's been talked about, but we haven't actually seen it. It's one of the northernmost manned forts, basically, in the north. That isn't a part of the Night's Watch.
Oh, neato.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked the episode because I got more stuff from what's happening from Game of Thrones. Something that I was like ever since the last episode finished, I just was like, it was a huge thing missing from my life. And then you realize how much it was missing when you rewatch it. And I think it's just one of those like first quarters of playoff basketball that you just kind of got to get out of the way.
Did we though? After 2 years, did we have to just have an episode,
I'm trying
one
to
of 8
justify.
that was just summed up, just something you just had to get out of the way?
I think
That's what I waited for.
I get it. There's too much time where I'm at the very beginning, like when you see Bran go, "There's no time for this," but it's not like, all right, well then the next thing you should say should be the thing we should get to, and not wait till the end of the episode.
Like the
Wait,
most,
what at the end
To
of the
say,
episode?
oh, we don't have time for this. By the way, you're his nephew or whatever, and they had sex, but we're married, and let's go win a war.
and we didn't even get like real reaction to that. Like and even
Well, she doesn't know yet.
Right, but we didn't get a scene like that.
no, she was standing right there when he said, "Your dragon's a white."
Oh, that.
that.
Oh, I was
And
talking about the other
like
thing, but
immediately
yes.
clipped to like the town council or whatever thing they were doing, and then also we didn't even get like a real, true, long reaction of John realizing like or learning. It wasn't that. It just like it cut. Like when it's like, okay, oh, is he take? Oh, okay, new scene.
I mean,
got it.
I think it's going to take a while for it to sort of the fact that he is Aegon Targaryen is going to take a little bit to. You're right. I think they should have had a better reaction scene of her realizing that one of her children had come back from the dead in an evil form. You're right. That would have been good.
The biggest, most powerful scene in this episode for me was Arya and John hugging, and that is so disappointing. Like we waited
Right.
2 years.
That's what it was for you?
I mean, yeah.
See, I like the little boy who was on fire and dying.
But just generally, you like that. Okay. Well, look, we're gonna go through some of the big scenes and figure out both
Okay.
what was in there, because I think there was more to some of these scenes than I don't think this was just sort of treading water. I think they
Okay.
were really setting up the conflicts for the
Yes.
season. But in the very beginning, we see the army of Daenerys, the Unsullied, the Dothraki, and the dragons all coming in, and I really liked this scene of Arya both getting to see as a spectator Jon. She sees Jon, she sees the Hound, but also, and we made note of it while we were watching, she sees a little boy. They track this anonymous boy who's like trying to get a view of what's going on. And when the king shows up in the first episode of Game of Thrones, she's doing the same thing. She's just trying to get a good spot in like a wagon. And I think that she realizes how far she's come in that. I thought that was a really touching moment.
You were the only one off top that got that.
I'm a
And
nerd.
it was the same thing when her father, Ned Stark, was being killed and she's trying to get a view. And
Exactly.
she's often going upstairs and trying to get to a better vantage point.
Yeah.
And so she's finally arrived.
And that seems like one of those things that they signaled right off the bat is this is the last season. A lot of things will be coming full circle.
Yep. And Arya's gonna get her some. You saw the way that her and that little welder boy looked at each other. Hey.
That still makes me, that little welder
So
boy.
while you're making a hammer, want a hammer?
Oh my God.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So we
Following. Wait, just move on.
So we pointed out there was a lot of like, hey, I haven't seen you in a long time before. So she got to see those people, and eventually she met up with them. She met up with Jon Snow. She met up with the Hound too.
Is she mad at the Hound still?
Yeah.
Well, they're not. They're just like, kind of like fighting each
He
other.
was on her list for a long time.
He's not anymore.
He's
so
not.
I would say that that is
They're cool.
proof that she doesn't hate him as much. And she kind of was like, I get it. I'm moving on. She had the opportunity to kill him. She did not kill him. And it doesn't seem like one of those things that's gonna come back and bite her in the end.
She thought that she hated him even after that. So when she was doing the Game of
That's true.
Faces in Bravos, she said that she wants to kill the Hound, and he kept hitting her,
That's
saying
more
she's
proof,
lying.
yeah.
And it took that for her to realize that she actually was more conflicted about her feelings of him. So the thing is, most of us did rewatches recently, right?
Oh, I did not.
Yes.
Yeah. So one of the things I liked the most about season 7 was when they go on that expedition north of the Wall, and it's Beric Dondarrion and Tormund and Gendry and all of that. You get to have these scenes of just people pairing up that almost never talk together, and you get a little vignette of what their personalities are like together. And I thought that being able to, in the beginning of the last season, touch base with these characters, get a great scene with Jon and Arya, Arya getting to see Gendry again for the first time, with the Hound, like, I think that's pretty important in terms of setting the stakes for the characters.
It was a reunion. I know what you're talking about. I didn't think it was those kinds of scenes though. This was more of a, you didn't have those great moments like you have, and most of the pairings that I like the most are Arya and. So like Arya and the Hound, and Arya and Tywin Lannister.
Well, take a look at Arya and Jon, for instance.
Yeah.
That is sort of just a reunion, but there was definitely an undercurrent of, I would say, at least a warning, if not a threat, to what she was saying to him.
yeah.
Where he started to sort of talk a little bit badly about Sansa, and she was very with Sansa.
Yep, and she looked at him because his hand was on her shoulder at the time, and she looked over on her shoulder, and I was
I thought
just
that
like,
was weird
"Woo."
too. Yeah.
And she says, and he says, I'm trying to protect the family too, and she says, or he said, I'm part of the family, and she said, don't forget it.
But and
he's not actually part of the family.
No,
They've
he's not.
had their moments
but-
to have, right. Starks have had moments to have their allegiance tested, specifically under the pressure of the great tester of allegiances, Littlefinger, and they passed. And that was one of those things that was really frustrating to watch the behind the scenes after. After the end of the final season, it doesn't go to the next one, so it just comes up.
Yeah.
The previous season, it just comes up. And hearing the writers of the show brag about like how cool it was to just make scenes before the Littlefinger scene so confrontational because they knew they were gonna give Littlefinger the justice. To me, I don't think it should work that way as a writer. You should have the best reasons for doing things and not like make a decision and then go play. It didn't ring true then. That's one of those
Oh,
things
you've
that
never
I'm,
written court opinions.
Oh, I thought
That's true.
that
I've
was
never written
amazing.
court opinions.
Yeah.
That was one of the best scenes ever. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
him
that
getting his.
They surprised us though that
Yeah,
we
that was great.
didn't know that the girls were working together.
Yeah, but I didn't see that they were that antagonistic beforehand to each other until those scenes directly preceding it.
I'm with
You
you
don't think
because
the whole time she thought Sansa was an idiot?
She thought
Oh,
she was
yeah.
an idiot, but it was like still my sis. It was like
No.
No, I think
think
it was
she's
one of
gonna
those,
kill
I
her.
could kill her. Nah, I could not.
Joffrey's the worst thing ever, and her full sister was just like, "Oh, he's got orange
I guess
hair."
none
was a
of it
long
really
time ago,
felt, None of it really. It just didn't.
She watched her dad die though,
yeah, but
and Sansa
years
was
ago.
like, "Okay, I'm going with my boo." I don't think that's like.
So
Maybe.
look, the reason that I didn't, in hindsight, I don't like those scenes either, the Sansa Arya stuff from the last season, is that it's one thing to have them actually come into conflict with each other and then work through it and surprise Littlefinger, and it turns out that his gambit didn't actually work. But they're working together, and we don't see any sign of it. There's no scene of
Exactly.
that, but there are scenes of conflict, which now we have little reason to believe that they were being genuine in that. Like Sansa was actually
But no one was
scared with
around to
Arya.
watch, and
No,
it was
but
very
that's
frustrating.
the thing. That makes it, to me, it seems manipulative to the
manipulating
audience.
us. I know,
That
but
was
that's
the point, though,
beautiful.
yeah.
It's not beautiful.
I don't
That's
think.
amazing.
messed
It's
up.
not
I
like
think
you're
there's
watching Wheel
clever-
of Fortune and they're hiding cute. Like,
I think there's clever manipulation and there's manipulation that doesn't make sense. where is the turn where they go from conflict to working together? If you're not going to show that, don't use that for an emotional payoff, I would say.
Oh, that
And
was wonderful.
She already decided to be with the family and value the family by going to Winterfell
Who,
instead
Arya?
of King's Landing. Yeah, so we
then
already
is she
had
pretending to be in conflict with Sansa
Yeah.
in that scene?
Well, but that's the thing, it's
She's
a lack
not.
of
It's
emotion
bad
in showing
writing.
it.
It is
I think
bad
it just
writing.
implied that they had a conversation that just wasn't on camera.
I think they should show it.
And also,
I think they should
you
show
don't
it.
have to talk
But
about
then we
everything.
wouldn't have had the same reaction at the end. The payoff wouldn't have been
Ruins
as
it for
big
me.
for
I
us.
agree. I agree. If they're like, hey, let's work together.
They just wanted it to be fun for the
You
audience.
can't be privy to everything.
It was just it would have been fine. It would have been just kind of annoying had I not seen the interview with the creators just going like,
We did
this
it
on
See,
purpose.
y'all just can't
Because
let
we
go.
were
You
supposed
always
to
trying to
see
control
that
folks.
scene, that
I
episode
think this is a
from
demographic
Littlefinger's
issue.
point of view, and we did.
I get that. I totally
Yeah.
get that. But the things we saw between Arya and Sansa, Littlefinger wasn't there for, but we still saw them. It was manipulated.
But I
But
think
they'll
those things
always
were true
be
too.
that
I think
way.
that they were little sister things that, and one of the sisters had been through
I've never
so
had a
much, and
sister
she
either,
was
so I
so
don't know.
smart, and the other one has been a fool, admittedly,
entire
most
road.
of the series.
Sansa.
Yeah, and they had to work that out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the little one had a kill list.
But we
Like,
don't
she
know
was-
how they worked it
I
out.
see
That's
it.
the
But
thing
you,
that's
why do you
frustrating.
have to know everything?
I don't think you have to know
I think
everything.
it's the unspoken.
I think we've all said every side of this,
Yeah. Okay.
and it's just an obvious disagreement, and I totally get your side of it.
Okay, so the reason that I want to talk about that though is that we have sort of the beginnings of what seems like maybe a similar thing in this season, where they have the little council meeting, which you could say is just, well, get to it if you're going to get to it, but there's a lot of, I think, incipient conflict in that scene where Lyanna Mormont is like, no, we only follow the king in the north whose name is Stark, her favorite line or whatever. She doesn't like it. Sansa doesn't like that Jon bent the knee. Sansa repeatedly questions him throughout the season. So we have the Battle of Winterfell coming up, but they're also implying that all of those alliances that we thought were super secure are not super secure anymore.
And they might not be.
And what's so frustrating though about it is that I think that kind of like when Jon and Sansa were talking and she was like, did you bend the knee because you loved her? And that's the first time I really thought, which may be bizarre, that he bent the knee because he loved her. I thought he did it because
no, he
honestly,
did
it just doesn't matter.
Exactly.
We are all gonna die unless I do this really small thing that this kind of hot, kind of crazy lady like just really wants me to do. And I do not care at all. So let me save my people by doing this one stupid motion.
I don't think it has to be an either or there, and I
Okay.
think that like the existence of both sides of or both of those motivations is present in that scene by him not answering. But the point is made. He does now have real
sure.
feelings for her.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happens if they go, all right, house meeting. He's king of the north and he's also Aegon Targaryen. He's Stark and Lannister. Now what? Like what happens?
Targaryen.
We don't know
Yeah.
because we spent a whole hour and nothing happened.
This is okay. So
I
now we're in
don't agree with
speculation, but they very clearly did say that. Oh, we're not quite sure if Daenerys is the type of person
Yes.
who is going to say, "Yeah, you were born before me,
Yep.
and I trust the guy who saved Jorah and wheelchair kid who is super autistic. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do now."
Well, I think that she is becoming more like her brother, the one with the golden crown. She's totally all about the crown and getting the crown, and I think that's when it becomes problematic because you need someone who's looking to protect the people.
I think that's why Jon bent the knee because he was like, "Girl, this don't matter." Like, and she's really weird. Like, really, she
I
got
totally
really
get that.
power
There's been a
hungry.
lot of like murderous decisions that she's made, like while
This is what-
throughout her reign that are really just come down to she is. What's the word? Like when you're like she's like ego
Blinded
crazed,
by
but
it.
like
Single-minded?
no, like power hungry. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Look, I don't think that she's the sort of person who would say, no, you're technically born before. Or
I think
you're
she
the
would
king."
be like, we gotta kill him.
Yep.
Maybe.
'Cause then it
So,
comes back to me,
But
right?
what she did in the last season was she could have gotten power by just torching King's Landing. She chooses not to, implying that she does actually care about the people. And then she flies off to the north to save Jon, even though that has nothing to do with her becoming queen. She risked dying and she lost a dragon to help him out.
So
But if she doesn't help him out, don't they all die?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So she didn't.
But she learned a lot by doing that. If she doesn't help them out, it's not like they all Well, I forget the exact chronology because did she just lose her allies and she didn't want to lose her last ally? I'm not quite sure. It's possible she's got feelings for him and they both feel the same way. But her problem with her brother, her brother was not that he was older than her and in the way. Her problem was that he wasn't a real dragon. So
No, he was
didn't
a
want
jerk
that
to
at that
her.
point.
What brother are we
was
talking
terrible
about?
to
Her rapey
Viserys?
brother that
Yeah,
got the gold poured all over him, or the
Viserys.
Yeah, the one who got the gold poured on.
Yeah,
He was
Her
a
problem
he
was that he was
abused her,
a
yeah.
garbage person, and
Yes.
she also was like, he's not a real dragon. And
he
honestly,
threatened
those
to
two
kill her.
things go hand in hand. She's just like, there's something. He's bad. He's not one of us.
Well, she should love John then because he's one of them.
Exactly. So I think that's the thing. My big fear is that they are intentionally like, this is. It's a great show. It's the best show, written show. Blah blah blah. It does have weaknesses, and one of the weaknesses could be, if this narrative bears out, is that they set up that they had already said that Daenerys, she knows her instincts and she asks her counselors to check those instincts. They've said that in the past, but out of nowhere, we have this random scene with the great viziers who are sitting there going, "Hey, by the way, she's starting not to listen to us. Maybe." My big fear is that is just a poorly written scene that sets up that she's going to ignore her counselors in the future, even though
Well, she's gonna die.
we don't need her, man. We don't need her.
going
I didn't
You're talking
read that
about
scene the same way
Daenerys?
that you did.
Yeah.
How did you read that scene?
I thought it was a little bit, they're worried that they won't be able to control her, but that's been a worry that they've had for multiple seasons.
Okay.
And it was a little bit of the older people watching the next generation taking over, doing old person jokes to each other.
I said it
That's
was my
sort of what
fear. I
got.
hope it's
I
not the case.
thought it was like 100% like what you're saying. Like I think they all see that she's a little wild. Like they don't.
And it's
they're
like
not
they
gonna
were
be able to
watching a
control
young
her.
love too. They're watching the future.
So I have a-
Jorah's
I have a
still on
question.
thin ice.
It makes sense.
Like
No, I think she loves him.
Okay.
But so we
little
started
buddy.
this talking about the fact that they're starting to question each other. Is Sansa just being ridiculous then?
Oh yeah, well throwing shade. She always throws shade at women, no matter what it is, and it's annoying. It's like
Sansa does?
just be a tolerable person. Is there
Because
any women
you
with
said
whom
during
she had
the
a good
show,
relationship?
when John was like, we have no chance without her, we need the dragons, all that, you were like, he's being very reasonable.
No, he's being-
And
yeah.
he is being 100% reasonable, so why is Sansa so resistant?
She
because
throws
I
shade
think
at every woman.
Sansa spent half a season making sense, and we've all forgotten that she's a total idiot. Okay. For
So then is Arya
6.5
crazy to think she's the
seasons.
smartest person in the
I don't know
that?
why she said that. That was the one
Which is very
piece
interesting that she
of
said that.
information or like one scene of all of this that just has never didn't make any
Well, the
sense.
thing
What
is,
does?
Sansa might be
Her being
playing
like
us,
Sansa's the
and
smartest
Arya
woman I
knows
know.
it.
Sansa's a
Maybe.
loser.
Yeah.
Figured out Grey Worm. That's the thing is like Sansa has learned.
She figured out
from
Grey
a
Worm.
character
Littlefinger.
perspective.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, Grey Worm?
Littlefinger. Sorry.
Yeah. I was
Grey
like, what
Worm's a good
happened?
guy.
I know. I was
Some
like, oh
weird
my
tiny penis
god.
thing.
Exactly. I was like, what?
Sorry, Littlefinger. She figured out Littlefinger. And yeah, I'm just like character consistency perspective,
Yeah.
whether it's wisdom or not, she could just be super cynical of literally everybody because of what she went through.
She's always been
So
a
for the
nuisance.
first time
Yeah,
in her
but-
life, she's cynical.
No, she's been
But she
she's
just
been
had this
nasty
huge
forever.
breakthrough.
Okay.
She had this huge breakthrough. She saw through Littlefinger. She headed him off at the pass for the first time. That is her character arc, is to go from like, I love dolls and making my own dresses, mother, to
still
like,
does that.
I'm gonna go kill this person.
I do. I think it wasn't like that serious. I think it is like what you're saying. Like I think it's just, hey, we're a family. We're back together. We're gonna run this, and then you leave and come back with this woman, and you're telling all of us she's our boss, and I'm watching you make
Yeah.
googly eyes with her. And so I think it was a lot at
Right.
once, and then he had to be like,
The thing is, none of
Right.
them
None
ask
of this
Bran.
matters.
They need to
Let's
use
not
their
die.
I
resources.
utterly
true.
agree with you.
You're like, let's ask
100%.
Bran.
Like,
What's going on, Bran?
oh, but that was so funny when he was talking to Bran, like you're a man now, and he was like, almost, or whatever he said. And
Yeah,
then
almost.
the
Yeah.
shot went to Sansa, and you go, yeah, he's weird now.
he's super weird.
I got a little bit off of Sansa that she hasn't seen the Army of the Dead yet. And she seems like a person who doesn't 100% get the threat.
Oh,
that
like
she's
when
still
they see the
thinking
dragon?
about.
I didn't get Ramsay
Yeah.
either.
Shock, yeah.
I really wish.
Right.
I wanted her to have Ramsay's baby. I did.
Oh God.
I
What
did.
They
Do
did
you
imply
really
that
believe
might
that?
be the case,
Yeah.
but it's too
Its
late
way
for that
out?
now.
What?
Oh. So
terrible.
one of the other early scenes that I think generated some
Like
disagreement between us while we were watching it was, I had been predicting that in this episode, Theon would go to save Yara. I thought he would die while saving her. And the reason I care about that is because I think he's an awesome character that can redeem himself, but you guys don't think so.
No, you
He
did.
put those little boys up there and burned them and made this was his best friend. And like, no.
No, he was just too much of a punk.
But that's all happened.
And wait, I don't
He
know.
has-
always has been
Rob
a
his
in the
best friend or
eyes
was
of
John
the
when they were growing up.
What was that? Sorry.
The first season, Theon was like best friends with one
With
of the
Rob.
older boys. It was Rob. Okay, yeah.
And he turned on him.
In the eyes of the betrayed, he's been redeemed. Like by literally everyone who's been betrayed is like, no, it's cool now. Like, I mean, it sucked, but it's cool. So you guys are holding him to a higher standard than the people whose brothers were thought murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Black women have
Sansa
high
accepts
standards.
Which I guess I
Okay.
get it. I totally.
Yeah,
I mean,
we are.
that's your decision. But
We
I'm
are.
just saying, like Jon Snow was like, "You led the deaths of many of my family members, but it's cool."
What's interesting about that is that we do have
Only
different
accent you don't
standards.
do well.
I'll do it better.
He does John
Dude,
better
you're
sometimes.
terrible at it.
Just do John as Gollum, you'll be fine. We do have very different standards for what it takes for a character to be redeemed. Like Jamie, I think everybody is like, yeah, Jamie's awesome.
Oh, I
Jamie,
love Jamie.
Right,
Well, Jamie's
you're
hot
right.
too. That helps.
Is it just a physical
I
appearance
think
thing?
you also
not.
have to matter. Like Theon disappeared.
Although we've
have a
seen
hand.
Theon
Has a
naked,
penis.
and that was a good adventure, but still.
But if Theon
Jamie all the way.
disappeared and never showed up, like throughout the whole final season, I'd be fine.
Who?
Theon.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Oh, I really like Theon. I like his
But
arc.
like, does he
It's
matter
a
that
lot.
much to the series?
Theon?
Yeah.
I think he's had a very interesting character development. Like the whole show is
It
about
was a yes or no
loyalty.
question.
Yes, I think he's important to the show.
I think he is. I mean,
That
Yes.
seemed like you were avoiding saying yes.
Yes, he is. I very much, and on the rewatch, I liked his character much more and found his story to be much more satisfying.
Ugh.
One of my favorite scenes, I mentioned this on our damage report talk about this, one of my favorite scenes in the whole show is when Ramsay breaks him out of captivity at the Bolton Castle. He takes him around, and then he thinks he's about to be saved, and he confesses to Ramsay, you know, I chose Greyjoy, I turned my back on the Starks, and I was wrong, I chose wrong. And he starts crying because he knows, even though it's not like he's saying that as they're breaking him like in torture. He thinks he's free. He thinks he's okay, and he knows what he did was wrong. And he has worked ever since then to redeem himself. And I think that not every character gets to be the head of a major house or something like that. He represents something slightly on the outside. And I've always really liked that.
right.
I mean, okay.
And it's so difficult to like that's a tough ask of an audience to be like, this guy has given up his entire personal identity and now he is Reek. And now he will go along with some terrible stuff. Like to ask an audience to buy into that, it's ridiculous. But they do a very good job of being like, he was literally emasculated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that.
Okay, so let's talk about what are two of the other scenes that they only give a little bit of time to, but there was the Golden Company finally arrives. That's Cersei's, I guess, final hope to take out Daenerys. I still don't really get the plan, considering that the Golden Company can get torched by Dragonfire as much as anybody.
Right, but she's like, they're not gonna be paying any attention to me. They're gonna be facing north. They might get killed. In the meantime, I'm just gonna do what I can. I can't beat the dragons, but the dragons aren't looking at me right now. If they were looking at me, I would stand to lose a lot if we were side by side fighting these White Walkers. I think they're gonna, if anyone's gonna win, it's gonna be the dragon team, with or without me. So my job right now is to hope that the dragons and the dead all die and I get to rule the ashes.
That is a long
Is
explanation.
it just because like they feel like they can use her? Because I don't understand why the dragons don't just fly over her real quick and just light it up.
Well, they
Light
need
up
her.
what?
Where Cersei is.
Don't they need her?
So they
Aren't we
made-
fighting together?
They
They're
think
not,
that they
but
are.
they think
Yeah.
that they are. But is that the only reason that they haven't just?
Well, they
her?
explained in the last season that, and I didn't really buy it, but the explanation was if she just goes into King's Landing and starts torching castles and everything, then she will not represent something fundamentally different than the power structures of the past. She'll
Sounds
just be
right.
like one of the past conquerors. And so they thought it is a cleaner victory if we don't just start torching people.
And since she comes from the Mad King, I'm sure she wants to change the
Yeah.
precedent.
Yeah. Also, I think it would have made the conflict a little bit too easy if she could just torch
Yes,
the Red
that
Keep
is
and
the
everything.
thing they're fighting against, you know,
Yeah.
as a writing staff. Like, I do think some of the best lines I've ever heard is, "I wanted the elephants."
Oh yeah, you liked that.
Oh my God, that was so good because that's so Cersei. That's so like spoiled brat who just bought and was like, "Oh, I wanted elephants."
Yeah.
You picture her back.
I wanted the
in this-
golden goose.
Yeah, I want a golden goose,
wonderful.
baby. Meanwhile, Veruca over here, big blueberry, Violet
Beauregard.
Violet Beauregard. The mountain is Violet Beauregard. Just turned into.
It was very humanizing of her to want the elephants. Also, I think that everyone else has dragons and Dothraki and cool
I
stuff,
think
and
that's
she
what
doesn't have
yeah,
anything.
she wants like something cool.
Yeah.
The very first scene, well, I guess it wasn't the first scene, but it's like part of it. In the little carriage, whatever it was, with Varys and Tyrion. Can we just go back to that? It was just fun. I just like
Yeah.
the first
trash talk?
it was the first audio.
It was the first
really.
dialogue.
It was the first dialogue. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And it was the two most entertaining like speakers on the whole show together, and they're friends and they're weird and I don't know.
still doing
it made me smile. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
still, ripping on each other, dwarf jokes and penis jokes, and then they're just like, oh, this is what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this is the end of an 800-mile ride together.
and it's been that whole
Still
time
making-
like that.
How long did it take them to get there?
Beard months, daily beard length.
I mean, this might be getting too nerdy, but I'm assuming the boats went to White Harbor, then went across the north, so not too
You
far.
are so
not too
nerdy.
far.
Wow.
How long do you think?
Wow.
Probably a week, maybe. Week and a half.
Jamie
I don't know.
Jamie's-
left clean shaven and arrived.
He had to go a lot
With
farther.
dark hair.
with dark hair.
Yeah, and his hair is like flat.
You don't think that's a big deal?
straightforward.
Correction.
It's so different. No, it's not.
production
It's
thing.
a
Well,
whole
Tyrion's hair
different
is
thing.
darker
There
this
is
season.
It
no
is
way.
because they're moving away from the golden bad people.
That Daenerys'
Telling
hair
you.
is still white.
Thank you, and it's got
But color
whiter.
correction only affected
No, 'cause
the
you don't know
two
nothing.
orange-haired people, and Cersei's hair is still the same color.
That's right.
That their hair was last
If
season.
that's the
both
case,
of their
that's annoying.
His hair, Jamie's hair is black.
Yeah, he's going through a change. He's a different person now.
That's a big deal.
I get that is a trope and people use that, but I don't see why they
It would be
do
the
that.
opposite of the trope, though, because usually black means bad, and his hair turned black
the
from
gold.
gold. And
Well, and that's actually consistent with the show in general because in Black you have the Night's Watch, possibly the best
People of honor.
are in black, whereas the
Rapists,
Kingsguard are in
killers.
white, and they're generally
Therapists.
terrible people.
I'm like, how do we disagree on this? His
Well,
hair
because
is
he doesn't
black.
want to see it, and so he's making out
I noticed
colors.
that when people go to different land, it's like when you watch the movie Traffic. Like when you go to Mexico, they color correct differently.
And so
How
when you
come
go
it
to
only
Jamie's
affected
hair,
the
it
two
color corrects.
Lannisters?
I don't know. His hair is darker for sure. If what you're saying is true, it's kind of annoying because it just doesn't make. It's not set up that way anywhere. It's just like Lannisters are
Oh,
blonde.
look, there's articles on it. Because
Oh my God, there's articles on it on the internet. It must be true.
Oh my God, Tupac is alive.
You know what? You know what?
I'm on your side, but that was just
You know
too good.
They're my reputable organization.
What does
Like
BuzzFeed say?
It's okay.
I get that they
BuzzFeed
might
says
be doing
a
that.
bunch of
There
things.
you go.
Yeah, probably. Maybe us. So I think that, look, in the past, they've changed people's appearance either to represent them changing, but also like Tyrion looks fundamentally different because Tyrion looked ridiculous in the beginning. It took them a while to realize
That's
it,
what
so
I'm
they
saying.
darkened his
No,
hair.
they didn't.
But they have done very conscious changes in wardrobe over time that like
Yes.
Cersei went from wearing gold and red to wearing exclusively black
Black,
for the
that's
most part.
correct.
Yes.
She even changed the Kingsguard to all black. Like they do color changes to represent change in
But
philosophy.
you understand that changing your
I
outfit
understand
is
nothing.
voluntary. It would be super annoying if
She
they
kept her
were
hair
like,
short.
you know, what we're gonna do is
She
make his
did.
hair darker, even though they have like blonde of hair. The seed is strong. Why would it change? The only explanation would
they
be
changed
if
his
they
people.
leave. Like Tyrion, I get if he leaves and then goes north, his hair won't be exposed to as
Because
much
he's
sun.
turned his back on his sister.
I get it. And again, we have explained both our sides of it.
Yeah, I don't think that we're gonna get a
disagree.
resolution here.
No,
so
I think we
I
have
wanted
a
to return briefly to, you were talking about the first conversation. I think it is noteworthy that that is the first dialogue is between Tyrion and Varys. And what I noticed is that I expected this whole season is going to be doom and gloom, totally dark, people
too.
dying, first 10 seconds
Needed
maybe.
it to be.
They start off with joking.
Yes, that's right.
And this show honestly had more moments of sort of like joy than like a whole season of Game of Thrones.
Like Mad Men. For a while, it just became a comedy.
This episode was the montage at the end of 6 Feet Under.
I didn't
This
see
was
that.
like a fan
Spoiler
favorite,
alert.
like see what happened, like all these good fun moments. You get to see your people again.
Adrian's character has
you
never
get to
watched
see
any
this, or
television.
oh, you get to see this.
What does it say about Friends? What?
Well, like, so to add on to that though, we had the dragon flying scene. That's something people have been waiting for a really long time, is for Jon to go on a dragon. And they had like a joke where he almost fell off the dragon.
The
Like,
whole ride,
Game of Thrones
he was almost falling off.
Exactly, like that's
It was
not
like a bull in an old country bar.
exactly, yeah. And that's like this awesome bonding experience between them. But it's literally a joke that like Varys looks up and sees Jon on the side of a dragon about to fall off. They don't normally do jokes like that, but they're doing it in season 8.
Well, they just updated the name of this episode.
Oh, they did.
It's Saddle Ranch.
You're so stupid.
Interesting.
So you
Does
weren't.
that place still exist?
Does it?
That was like a hot spot. I remember.
One of the hot
Universal
spots.
Studios, and there's one on Sunset still. Sorry, John.
I've never been there.
I went
fine.
when I was
we need to
interning
do
here.
it.
I went there, and there was a famous comedian. I'll tell you later, but he had a ankle monitor on. He was sitting at the.
Wow.
So you were not a big fan of the scene as it was going on.
I didn't mind. Wait, of the scene where they were flying, I liked it. The reason I was totally a fan of that scene. I was utterly a fan of that scene, and the reason I was a fan of the scene is because it just in a series that has got so we have developed so much dread of losing our favorite characters.
You were
to the extent where we have a pool that John set up where we all have. I don't know if it's legal to say we have all either gambled or
Show
not
it.
gambled a certain amount of money.
I have nothing to do with it. Not a thing.
It's available at
Oh,
twitter.com/.
I don't engage in criminal activity.
So this dread, it makes you think that if anyone's ever, for me personally anyways, if anyone's ever having too much fun, they're obviously about to die.
No, not in that scene though.
So-
Really?
Well, I thought they would fly so far that they'd see something similar to when Bran wargs at the wrong time and accidentally lets the Night King touch him. Like that kind of curiosity and lack of respect for how dire the situation currently is could get them into trouble.
Yeah. Well, and we definitely thought that there was a chance that they would come across the other dragon.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I
That's
just
what
have to
I'm
mention
certain that was happening.
because I really like. I love my thesis that this was a weirdly funny episode. There was a joke where they were interrupted in kissing because the dragon was looking at them funny.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's obviously a very human thing, but that does not happen in Game of Thrones.
What were we think? What did you think the dragon was thinking?
Well,
like,
get
don't
off
touch my mom. Yeah.
That's
Was that it?
protective.
Oh,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. Like,
And
I was
that's
like,
Drogon
is he
who has
like,
a
"Ooh,
bond."
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're actually bonded
Or
together.
he's like, hey, that's
you
daddy.
just because of where they landed.
One's
different
green and
colors.
she's
She
not
got
into
off
that
of.
one.
Yeah, one's red and green, and then there's
Oh,
blue. The blue
okay.
one's the
It's
icy
listed.
Yeah.
blue.
Okay, so we do have to switch over to the members only though. Thank you everybody who's been watching publicly. It's time now for you to either already be a member or become a member so that you can go over to the members only stream, which will continue. We'll be breaking down a little bit more about the episode and also talking about our expectations for the next episode, which is definitely going to be a big one. So we're gonna switch over now and we'll see you on the other side.
TYT.com/join if you do want to become a member. If you want to just try it out for free for a while, TYT.com/trial. There's so many perks to membership. And honestly, you get a free tote from PBS if you sign up.
Yeah, but you have to email them for it.
Yeah.
Don't email us.
You have to also sign up for them. But either way, we give you free a bunch of specials and exclusive content, the post game and everything, including our Game of Thrones reviews.
Exactly. So we will see you on the other side.